Hello FG fam, and welcome back to the A's franchise. Last episode we found out Reggie Rossi, our leadoff DH, would be out for 1 to 2 months with a broken hand. An 18-year-old prospect, Jason Givens, signed with the team for exactly the right price. But he would play in our minors, as it's Reid Hoffman who's going to get the call to the major leagues, as he plays just like Rossi with a lot of contact hitting and crazy speed, so he's going to fill that leadoff DH role perfectly. Let's see how he performs. And we are at Tropicana Field for the second game of the series between the Tampa Bay Rays and the Oakland A's. Reid Hoffman making his major league debut at DH today. He will wear number 10. It'll be very interesting to see how he does, as he is the third-ranked prospect in the A's organization. Damon Stahl, who was signed in free agency, is number 1. Tyler Glasnow will be the guy on the mound, and he did not have a very good first start of the season with a 14.73 ERA and 191 WHIP. Kinda killing his numbers. We're used to him being better. Reid Hoffman's first at-bat of his career is an out, as laying out in center field. What a play. JJ Bleday comes up in the top of the second. He's going to get a base hit into left field. This one is going to bring Gary Sanchez home, and he slides in safe for the game's first run. Here's Christian Pache. He gets a single. It's not often you see that, and he will drive in a run. Reid Hoffman's second at-bat of his career is going to drop in right field, and it will not only be his first major league hit, but it will be his first Major League RBI as well. So Reid Hoffman in his very first game already making an impact, making it 3-0. Here's Tony Kemp with really good wood on the ball. This one's going to get into the gap all the way up against the wall, and Reid Hoffman with that 97 speed, he's coming all the way home. It is 5-0. Yanni Chirinos is brought in to long relief in this game. Pitched 7.2 innings this season to a 1.17 ERA, so not off to a bad start. Here's Kyle Muller on the hill for the A's and gets a double play to get out of it. Here's Chirinos. We get to see him. He's going to walk Reid Hoffman. So that'll bring up Tony Kemp, and Kemp's had a big day, but on this one, double play ball, and the Rays get out of the inning, but it is 6-0. Here's Reid Hoffman. He's going to strike out in the 6th, and that'll bring us through the middle of the 6th. We'll be back. We are back here in the bottom of the 6th. This one is tossed onto second, onto first for the double play. It is complete to end the 6th inning. Into the top of the 7th we go. Gary Sanchez comes up and laces one into left center field all the way up against the wall. Even the slowest of slow could score from first on that one, as that makes it 7-0 on the Gary Sanchez RBI double. Ramon Laureano comes up and laces one into center field. This one's going to get caught. Gary Sanchez attempting to tag, getting a little aggressive here, and he will score. So Gary Sanchez doing some solid base running today. Here's Wander Franco up against Jeurys Familia, and JJ Bleday with a really nice catch. Into the bottom of the 9th we go. Familia gonna walk a man. Now Josh Lowe, he swings through, strike 3. Isaac Paredes is gonna take a slider on the outside. Wow, an Athletics dominating performance, 8-0. Kyle Muller ends up with the win. Glasnow ends up with the loss, and the A's have won 2 in this series. Confession time, I had a brain fart and I simmed the last game of the Rays series, which the A's won for a sweep 4-3. Hoffman had a 2-for-5 day with 2 runs scored. Wild start to his MLB career. Fujinami went 6 solid innings and the bullpen held it down, even though Britton almost blew the game. Now here comes an interesting series, A's versus O's in Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Both teams coming into this series at 5-4. Dean Kramer will take the mound for the Baltimore Orioles. He has pitched 1 start already, gone 7 1/3, and pitched very well in that start. We'll see if he can continue his very nice season today. And Reid Hoffman, of course, the leadoff hitter, batting .333 in just a couple of games. He's going to take a beanball, and he will be on first for free. Here comes Tony Kemp, and Kemp laces this thing into center field, gets it down. 2 leadoff hitters are both on. Nobody away. Here's Ramon Laureano, and Laureano hits this thing into left field. Hoffman's not going to attempt. Ooh, look at that. What a throw. Definitely not an attempt there. Here's Leo Farrell, though. He hits it down the left field line, and that one is going to bring 2 home as Kemp and Hoffman both coming in to score. And now Jace Peterson up, and he will swing through strike number 3. That is going to be the final out of the inning. But the A's start off right. And now here's Hogan Harris. He's only had one start so far on the season. It was not a very good one. So Cedric Mullins will be the leadoff hitter for the O's, and this one, nobody's going to get that. That is perfectly gapped by Cedric Mullins, and Mullins is going to find himself digging in at second with a double. That brings up Adam Frazier, and he goes down swinging for out number 1. Frazier not batting very well this year. Here's Mountcastle, and he hits one right up the middle. Christian Pache will get there. The throw home is not in time as Mullins cuts the lead in half, 2-1. Anthony Santander swings through. He has not played very well to start his season. He goes down swinging. That'll bring up Austin Hayes, who also goes down swinging. Some of these better Oriole batters have not had a great start to their year. Here's Jace Peterson in the top of the 3rd. And he is out, as he did have a chance to score some runners. It is 2-2, and Reid Hoffman in the top of the 4th gets this thing into center. Nice bloop, a perfect bloop from Reid Hoffman. Now Tony Kemp up at the plate, and Kemp takes this thing out to right, and that will be caught to go through the middle of the 4th. We'll be right back. 2-2. Now 2-2, Anthony Santander is up, and he gets this thing to dribble on past Tony Kemp, and that is going to score Cedric Mullins in from 3rd, and it is 3-2 Baltimore. They have come back as J.J. Bleday goes down swinging. He's the first out of the top of the 9th. Christian Pache goes down swinging as well. That'll be up to Reid Hoffman to be the hero. 2 for 3 day for him, and he barely touches this one. Running over to first, and he gets there safe. Beating it out with the speed. Reid Hoffman with a base hit. We're going to take another look. Look at the little man move. Reid Hoffman, 3.9 seconds from home to first. Max speed at 18.8 miles an hour. He was cooking. Here's Tony Kemp up at the plate, though, and he goes down swinging as the Orioles will take the first game of this series 3-2 in comeback fashion. Kyle Bradish ends up with the win. Hogan Harris goes 0-2 on the season. Felix Bautista will get them the save. That'll bring us to the next one, where John Means takes the mound. And of course, he is known as the Orioles ace, Jared Eichhoff, taking the mound for us. He had a very good first start against the Angels and a horrible second start. So what are we in for here? Reid Hoffman in the top of the 1st, and Reid, look at this thing. That one is floating into the corner as Reid Hoffman is going to get on his wheels, and he is going to attempt to get all the way to 3rd for a triple, and he's done it. Wow, with the helmet coming off and all, Reid Hoffman is just killing it to start his MLB career. Here's Leo Farrell, and Farrell hits this thing into left field. That'll score Hoffman home for the game's first RBI, and the A's take the 1-0 lead. Here's Jace Peterson. That's an easy double play ball if they can do it, and they do. So avoiding any more runs. We move to the top of the 2nd, though. Pache's got a chance with a runner on second base, and Pache, that's the longest I've ever seen Christian Pache hit a ball, as that one's an RBI ground rule double. Jace Peterson comes up, and Peterson gets this thing to land in left field. Pache's got the speed as well. He's going to make it all the way home, and it is 3-1 as we go to the bottom of the 4th. This is a dribbler that gets by Seth Brown, and Ramon Laureano will back him up, but it's too late. It's 3-2 now. Darwinzon Hernandez pitching to Aledmus Diaz. Diaz with a nice single. He'll pick up an RBI. It's 4-2. Manny Pina Colada gonna go down swinging for a strikeout as we get through the middle of the 7th. Pina doesn't like it, but it is what it is. And we've got ourselves a game on our hands. We'll be right back. Jorge Mateo at the plate, Zach Jackson pitching, and this one's a double play ball, and it is complete to end the 7th inning. Into the top of the ninth we go, where Reid Hoffman is up with 2 away, and Hoffman's gonna lace this thing into the glove of the shortstop. So we go to the bottom half. Adley Rutschman up at the plate, and he dribbles one on to Aledmus Diaz, who will throw on to first for out number 1, as Zach Britton attempting to get another save. There's a strikeout of star prospect Gunnar Henderson. He goes down swinging, and now James McCann up at the plate. And McCann can't do it, as the A's will take the win anyways. Athletics win it 4-2. To even up this series 1-1, it is a 4-game set. Zach Britton with his 3rd save of the year. Domingo Acevedo credited with the win, and John Means is 0-3 on the year. After the game, we find out that Gary Sanchez has a broken hand of his own, and he's going to be out for 2 to 3 months, meaning that Shea Langeliers will have to get the call up to the major leagues, as I know most of you want to see anyway. Back to Oriole Park we go. The 6-5 Oakland A's, the 6-5 Baltimore Orioles, who have split this series thus far. It'll be Grayson Rodriguez, another superstar prospect for the Baltimore Orioles, taking the mound. He's 1-1 on the season with a 2.51 ERA and a 1.05 WHIP, and he will oppose James Kaprielian, who has a 3.09 ERA and 1.29 WHIP to open up his season. Reid Hoffman leading off this ball game, and he's going to flare one into left field, and that will drop. What a bloop. Reid Hoffman just so good at landing those for some reason. He's been an amazing leadoff hitter. Here's Tony Kemp, and he's going to land a bloop into center field. Nobody's going to get that. Hoffman's going to go from first to third easily. And now some danger afoot. Jesus Aguilar is going to be out in right field, but here comes Hoffman, and he's going to be in time to beat the throw to Adley Rutschman. It's 1-0 with Reid Hoffman's base running. Ramon Laureano goes down swinging for out number 2 in the first. That'll bring up Leo Farrell, who's going to take a walk. Thank you, Rodriguez. I'll take the free pass. And that will bring up Shea Langeliers, as a lot of people want to see him do well, but unfortunately this one is a pop fly into right field to end the first. So to the top of the third we go, 2 on for Langeliers. Here's an opportunity to get something done, but unfortunately it is a grounder down to third. Ooh, he cannot make the play at first base. So that is going to amount to a run, an error as well. This one's a catch out in left field though, and we're through the middle of the third. Here's Reid Hoffman grounding one down the first base line. It's rare we see him get out anymore, but he's out there. Here's Tony Kemp in the top of the fourth with a man on third. Can he bring somebody home? No tag up here on the shallow fly ball. That'll bring up Jesus Aguilar, and Aguilar has a fly ball going out to center field, and that one is caught as well. So they avoid any more damage. We are through the middle of the fourth, and it's 4-0 A's. They're no hitting the Orioles. We'll be back. And we're back in the top of the 5th inning, and it is J.J. Bleday flaring one out to left, and that will get through the middle of the 5th. To the bottom of the 5th we go. Austin Hayes. Aguilar on an infield fly will make that catch to end the 5th inning. No threat there. Bottom of the 7th, a little bit of a threat, but there's a strikeout. Now Gunnar Henderson in the 9th will strike out, and that'll get the job done as Jackson's able to end this one 5-0. Lovely shutout by the Oakland A's. 4 hits for the Orioles, 11 for the A's. Kaprielian gets the win. Rodriguez gets the loss. And the A's lead the series 2-1 as we go into the final game of it, with Kyle Gibson taking the hill for the Baltimore Orioles. Having a very good year. Kyle Muller, not so much, but we'd like to see him do better. We'll see if he can. Reid Hoffman at the plate here, and he's going to get this one through the shortstop. Can't make the play, and Reid being on base is dangerous. But they do nothing with it, and Santander can't do anything either. So he's down. Here's a grounder over to shortstop, and Aledmus Diaz will take the out but give up the run. There's a strike 3 swinging on Gunnar Henderson. He goes down. Ramon Urias is going to lace one into right field, though, in front of Laureano. And this one they're going to attempt to score on, and the throw is not in time. Langeliers couldn't even handle it. Here's Austin Hayes, and Hayes will flare this one into the glove of Laureano to end the 3rd inning. Reid, Hoffman, and the offense have to get something going here as Hoffman gets a nice single here in the top of the 4th. Hoffman, and the offense couldn't do anything there, so in the top of the 5th, it is 3-1, and that's a big-time hit down the right field line. That'll get an RBI home. It's 3-2 with 1 out. Hoffman now singling into center field, bringing home another run. The tying RBI by Reid Hoffman. So with 2 on, can Tony Kemp do more? This one's down the first baseline, thrown on to second, and back to first for the double play. Later on, it's a 5-3 Oriole lead. Seth Brown up at the plate here in the top of the 6th, and Brown gives this one a ride. Out to right field. This one's not coming back. Bye-bye birdie. Holy Toledo as Seth Brown knocks this thing into right and makes it a 5-4 ball game, but this one by Langeliers is tapped onto the pitcher, and he will be out for the second out. Jace Peterson will go down swinging, and we are through the middle of the 6th as they could not get the tying RBI home. Here's Seth Brown at the top of the 7th, and Brown puts this thing in the gap, and that is going to try to bring home a runner all the way from first. Seth Brown trying to get a triple. He doesn't get it, but he does tie the game with the RBI. Getting a little greedy there, Seth. Upcoming, it's Ryan McKenna against Domingo Acevedo with 1 away in the bottom of the 7th, and this one's going to do some damage as Blade takes a while to get there. They're going to attempt to score another runner. That's not going to happen, but they do take the 6-5 lead. Nice tag at the plate. Here's Jorge Mateo, and he dribbles on to Kemp, thrown on to first to end the 7th, just giving up 1 run. There's Jace Peterson striking out, the throw on to first, confirming the out for out number 2. Here's JJ Blade, and he gets a single into center field, hopefully trying to start a little bit of trouble, especially with Reid Hoffman coming to the plate here. 3-for-4 day for Hoffman. This one could be a flare. No, it's going to be caught out in left field, and the Orioles win, as Hoffman couldn't get the clutch hitting needed to keep this game going, and a 6-5 O's win. What a game this one was, though, as Cionel Perez will get the win, Domingo Acevedo will take the loss, and Felix Bautista with his 4th save of the year. Checking in on scouting, we had 2 outfield prospects get discovered, and 14 total outfield prospects getting scouted from our last assignments. So this time we're going to move all 3 scouts into the East region for the same kind of tasks, because we're really working on that outfield. The Mets come into the Oakland Coliseum at 10-5. Oakland A's are 8-7, and so far this series is tied up 1-1, as the A's won by 1 run and then the Mets kind of blew them out. But Jared Eichhoff will take the mound in this one. With his 3 starts, he's still just 1-1 with a 4.70 ERA. Reid Hoffman, of course, going to get a hit, an infield hit even. That one is ruled a base hit. It is 2-1 Oakland A's. Now later on, a 3-3 game in the bottom of the 9th, and it's Aledmus Diaz who gets a big hit into the left field corner. That one is going to make it 2 on, none out for Leo Farrell to get the base hit in right and end this game, as the Athletics get the walk-off win in the bottom of the 9th, 4-3 against the New York Mets. They win a series against one of the best teams, rosters in all of baseball, and a big-time surprise star in Leo Farrell. That is a big-time hero we did not expect in this ball game. Let me know what you think of him in the comments section below, as that is a big win for Drew Steckenrider. The loss goes to Carlos Carrasco in relief. Athletics win this series 2-1. Let me know what you think of this team in the comments section below. Let me know what you think of breakout star Reid Hoffman. Should we be focusing on him? Thank you, channel members, for all the support and love that you give to this channel. You guys are very important to me, as are all of you. I love you, FG fam, and I will see you on that next episode.